Okay, so evening guys, welcome to another review from the Bearded Berserker. Me, Matt. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday out there, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you be getting up to. And I'm here with another review for you. Now, before we start, huge, massive, I know I say it every time because I do appreciate each and every one of you guys out there that's watching my videos, liking my videos, commenting on them, because I do read each and every single comment and I will reply wherever applicable. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, because everything that I've set up well over a year ago now, either on Instagram as the Viking Beard Mat or here on my Bearded Berserker channel, is about helping small brands. Small brands only. So we're talking small brands, small businesses, small companies, individuals and craftsmen out there that are making some amazing, amazing products that we need to get behind. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with these huge, massive brands, okay? Because let's face it, they've got a shed ton of money that they can throw into promoting, marketing and advertising their products that these smaller brands don't have. So the smaller brands, whatever they're making, whether it's t-shirts, clothing, jewelry, beard products, skin products, hair products, they have to put in so much more effort in order to try and compete with these huge massive brands selling their stuff. And I'm here to try and help as much as I possibly can to promote and support them. Now, each and every review that I do here on my Bearded Berserker channel is not about blowing smoke rings up a brand's backsides. If there's something I love about a product or whatever, I will say so. If there's something constructively I don't like, I will also say so, because we're all out there sort of working our backsides off to try and sort of make money in order to keep ourselves surviving and everything in life. And there is nothing worse than going out and spending money on a product, whatever it is, getting it home, it doesn't work, it doesn't last, whichever, and we just complete waste. So it either gets binned or just sits there gathering dust. So I'm kind of on a quest to find my favourite products out there. Now, as you probably know, obviously Viking Beard Mat over there on Instagram and Bearded Berserker on here, I love Vikings. That whole Norse, Nordic thing. I don't know why, since I was a little kid, always kind of been into it and just kind of felt like that was my calling in life, if you know what I mean. And not to necessarily be a Viking, wield an axe and go around and hacking and slashing and stuff like that. But I've always kind of like found a sort of warm home feeling within that sort of whole sort of Norse, Nordic thing. And I've lived on West Norfolk coast for many years, since I was tiny. And I know that obviously the Vikings and everything come across to the UK and done their thing, which they say a lot of us as UK residents, especially if you're on the sort of like the eastern side of the UK, have probably got Scandinavian sort of roots to it. And I started growing my beard out because let's see what nature intended on me face. And I've always been into this Viking thing, and when I was in my teens, I could never grow a beard. It was like all over the place. Didn't bother doing it until over a year now. Only had it trimmed once. I was finding that this beard was growing quite well on itself, so shaved all my hair back and everything on the sides and everything. Not trying to get that Viking vibe going, but just being a bit more natural, if you know what I mean. Because let's face it, we're all trapped in this whole sort of money and roof over our head and all the bills and everything else. But I was trying to sort of like, I felt more myself since growing this beard and having my hair cut and everything else, as opposed to the rest of your life you're trying to sort of imitate others and everything else and sort of try and fit in. At my time of life, it's like, sod fitting in, I'm being my own person. If you don't like it, don't care. Now, with all the review, anyway, sorry, by the by, but with all the reviews, stuff that I go out and buy, stuff that gets sent through, I'm completely honest about the reviews, okay? I'm not here, like I said, blowing smoke rings up a brands, backsides and individuals and stuff, so I give you guys my complete honest opinion. Now, I have a clothing brand t-shirt that was sent through to me a few days ago, which we're going to go through tonight. We're going to have a look at what I think to it. Did it last? Did it fall apart? What I think to it and the pricing and everything. Now, with all the skin, beard and hair products, I score them out of 20, because there's a lot of stuff on the market, stock, whatever you want to call it, Some of it performs really well, some of it doesn't, and some of it don't even touch it with a stinky stick. So that I will score out of 20. Now, with all the craft stuff, t-shirts, jewellery, woodworking, everything under that whole sort of craft bracket, I do not score, because if you were to ask one person to make a wallet and another person to make a wallet, they're going to be two completely different things. So I tend not to score them. I just give positives and negatives on them, as opposed to scoring them out of 20, because everyone's got different ideas of what they would like. Now, as with all the reviews that I do on my channel, I will be putting links down below in the description box, so please go give them the check out. And this is what we're going to be having a look at tonight. So reading glasses on so I can see, because I'm an old git. Now, this is from a chap who's basically set up a clothing brand, streetwear brand, whatever you want to call it. I don't like using myself the word streetwear, because I'm 45. I'm very nearly 50, and street is not what I'm necessarily about, because it's like the street, yeah, there's little 18, 20-year-olds out there sort of like trying to impress their friends. He's bought out a clothing range. Now, the reason he's done this is from a chap called Martin, and who's Danish. He started this brand in 2019, which is this year, because he was kind of sick and tired. And I don't have a problem with necessarily the whole image of Vikings and everything else like that. Obviously, we've had the massive TV series that came out, Vikings and stuff. But he was kind of getting to the point, because of his ancestry and his roots and everything, sick and tired of everyone using Vikings in order to sell stuff. Which I wholeheartedly see why he's done this, because obviously, as we know, especially the past couple of years, Vikings have been absolutely everywhere. Hits massive mainstream, loads of businesses try and make jewellery and stuff like that to kind of replicate that whole Viking, Norse, Nordic sort of theme and Norse mythology. And I really, really get where he's coming from this. If you can imagine your ancestors and then people just kind of using that image in order to sell stuff, that's kind of where he's coming from, if you know what I mean. That he's gone out and he's tried to create his own brand of clothing line and everything like that, to say, look, this is authentic. I'm doing this because of my ancestors, because of my cultural heritage. I'm not selling out trying to make a quick buck on everything, which I really, really admire, if you know what I mean. None of us in life want our sort of heritage, wherever you are, wherever you're from, whatever you've done in life, to be sort of like sold out just for mega bucks. And we've all seen it on these massive shopping sites and stuff like that. You type in Viking jewellery or whatever, it will come up with stuff that literally you can buy for £1, couple of pounds and everything in order to make a quick buck. So I'm absolutely supporting what he does, and he's kind of like going back to his roots and everything else, his ancestry and culture and Nordic culture and heritage, and bought out this range of clothing. Now, the one that he has sent me through, bless him, very much, thank you very much for having a look at. Untuck the sleeve from it, because I've been wearing it, using it, trying it and everything. This is called Longline T-shirt. Now, like I say, this is from Nordurlond. And thank you very much, Martin, for sending this through. And as you can see on the front, it says Nordurlond, Nordic streetwear. Nothing on the back, plain black. And as you can probably see, you've also got the label inside. Now, as with all clothing and t-shirts and stuff like that I review, in order to simulate a bit of wear, first thing I do is I slam them in the washing machine for 3-hour-long washes. Now, what this does, in my opinion, is to kind of help show me a bit of wear and tear, if you know what I mean. So, hour-long wash, take it out, dry it. Hour-long wash, take it out and dry it. Hour-long wash, take it out and dry it. And I've also worn this for a few days as well. So it kind of simulates, will it last? Will the graphics fade on it? Will they peel off it? Or anything like that? Are the colours going to bleed out? Now, as you can see, this is a black t-shirt, and the actual t-shirt itself is 100% cotton. There you go, there's a label on there, 100% cotton. Hopefully the camera's picking that up okay. Now, as of yet, I have found absolutely no problems at all with stretching, the actual logo and everything peeling off. As you can see, it is completely fine. The colours aren't fading out from the black. This is literally just gone through kind of like on a 30-40 degree wash for 3 hours basically, and then dried every time. And so the graphics holding them up, absolutely fantastic. And I really like it. Now, the only problem with the t-shirt for me is I'm one of those weird sizes, if you know what I mean. Sometimes a medium is just right for me and just the right size and just the right height. Because I like my t-shirts not necessarily fitted and tight, but kind of just slightly below the waist, waistline. And I'm not keen on longer t-shirts. So I find that either a small is just about right for me or too tight, or sometimes a medium is just right for me or far too long and a bit baggy. Now this is a bit baggy for me. I do not have any problems with it at all. So I would suggest if you are possibly a kind of like my sort of build, I would go for a small, depending on what you're looking for. Some people do wear them longer. And if you're medium and so forth and everything like that. Now the quality I love. The only slight issue for me is that whole word on here, streetwear. Now, I absolutely adore where he is coming from. I love his methodology, whatever it's called, behind his reasoning, if you know what I mean. I know exactly where he's coming from. I'm not personally over keen on the word streetwear because, yeah, don't get me wrong, we have streets and everything outside, but streetwear is not one of my kind of strong points in life because I'm not trying to act cool. I dress the way that I dress because of the way that I want to dress and not because I want to look cool or something like that. And don't get me wrong, some people will buy it because it has streetwear written on it, on this particular design, and this is not what is written on each and every single design. There are lots of different designs, caps and hoodies and stuff like that. I personally myself am not keen on that sort of hashtag tagline of streetwear because I'm an old git and it's not my bag, if you know what I mean, streetwear, and it kind of conjures up images to me and everything else like that. But that is just my opinion. I love, obviously, the raven on it. If you can see the raven and the design, I think the design is absolutely fantastic. You can read exactly what it says, even though it's kind of like tempting that sort of rune style writing. I would love, personally for me, to have that streetwear possibly written, something else written in its place, like authentic Nordurlond Nordic clothing or something like that. But that's just me. Now, I really do love, don't get me wrong, that is just me and my opinion on it, but I really love and appreciate what he is doing and trying to do. And the quality of the t-shirt is great. It's not falling apart, showing any signs of pulling or any of the seams coming apart or anything like that, which is great. It's kind of a regular style t-shirt, not particularly thick, not particularly thin, just kind of that in the middle. Sorry, one of my dog's hairs sitting there, that is not a thread. There you go. So yeah, all the seams are fine. There's no stretching or pulling on the material. And it is a great piece of kit, and I'm proud to kind of support him. I'm not a Viking necessarily. I might have a certain percentage in my DNA and everything of my ancestors in sort of the Norse, Nordic, Swedish, Danish, sort of Scandinavian roots and everything like that. I'm not a Viking. I don't go out there with an axe and start killing people and sort of like going to conquer lands and everything like that. But I feel kind of proud and I feel connected to wear this. And I don't know why, because like I say, I'm not Danish or Scandinavia or anything, but I just feel kind of like connected to this and what he is trying to do. It's almost kind of like something inside me is going, yeah, that's right. But there you go. We all have kind of intuition and stuff like that. Now the prices of his t-shirt, 249.95 Danish kroner. Now I've no idea what that is, so I put it through literally a couple of hours before I done the review. A currency converter, sorry, which works out at 29.75. So it's £29.75. Which to me is slightly towards my upper end of what I would pay on a t-shirt, anywhere up to and around 30, maybe 35 quid at a push. But I appreciate what he's trying to do and to keep his heritage alive, his culture alive, where his roots and where he's come from. So I do not have a problem at all with that. If it was just to be like a brand from somewhere else that's trying to sell stuff because of a name, they've got nothing to do with it, then yeah, to me that's, pardon the expression, but taking the piss a bit in order to make cash. But I understand his logic behind it and where he's coming from. So it's a great piece, and I would quite happily go out and buy this. Like I say, I'm loving the designs that they do. They do just straight Nordurlond along the sort of front of it, and they've also got one with half a tree and everything, bringing out loads of different designs and caps and stuff. I would like to possibly myself see it slightly taken away from that whole streetwear thing and purely about his culture and the whole Nordic thing, to get that in there, as opposed to necessarily selling it as streetwear, because you can put on a jumper, yeah, and can wear it out on the streets, not necessarily streetwear. I'm an old git, like I've said many a time before, let the young kids deal with the streets and everything like that, and this will appeal to some young kids out there, but for myself, I kind of like the seriousness behind it and where he is coming from. I still rate this extremely highly. I love it. I will certainly be going out and buying more t-shirts and clothing from him to wear my reviews and photo shoots and stuff like that, because I love what he's doing. I'm just not personally over keen on that streetwear word, but hey, each their own, and I'm here to give you my opinion. Whether you like it or don't particularly like it is fine. We've all got our own opinions in life, which is great, and that's what makes the world go round. We've all got difference of opinions, but I really like the t-shirt. I like the quality of it. I think the pricing's okay. I'd quite happily go out and get one of these, one of the other design ones and everything, and next time when I do go out and buy one, I'll be buying a small, because this is just a tad too long, but it's absolutely stunning, and I really do appreciate what he's trying to do for his ancestors, culture and heritage and everything like that. So if I was to score this out of 20, I would score it extremely highly. So I hope you've enjoyed that review. If anyone wants to comment, please comment down below, because I love hearing your opinions and stuff like that. Anything you want to see and stuff, please get in touch. Any ideas and content and stuff, if there's anything out there you need help or support with, please get in touch with me. Like I say, I'm over there, whether that is over there, on Instagram as Viking Beard Matt. Send us a comment down below, even email me as Viking Beard Matt. Sorry, that's not my email address. Either send us an email on mattrp74@outlook.com, all lowercase. But I am here to help, and I will try my best to give you guys as much help and support as I possibly can, small brands and everything. But thank you for that. I hope you have enjoyed my review. Like I say, I will be getting a couple more t-shirts from Nordurlond. Links are down below, and I'm also going to be doing a review of those when I buy them and they turn up as well. So thank you to Martin for sending that through. Hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. I've got a couple more reviews coming up tomorrow, so please stay tuned for that. But thank you guys. Keep supporting these small brands wherever you are in the world, Europe, America, Australia. Support the small people out there, because it's the small people that are creating some amazing stuff. Beard products, hair products, skin products, clothing, jewellery, craftsmanship. Support small brands. Let the big boys out there do their own thing. Let's keep these little guys going. So thank you guys. Have a great evening. From the Bearded Berserker. Have a great one, guys. Thank you.